The Algerian army breaks its silence. It demands the country's ailing President Abdelaziz Bouteflika be declared unfit to rule. It was Army's Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Ahmed Gaid Saleh, who made the demand.
In this regard, we need to find a solution to sort out this crisis and to respond to the demands of Algerians within the constitution and within the sovereignty of the country in order to achieve that consensus and to achieve something that is accepted by all parties.
By triggering Article 102, the Constitutional Council will have to declare the president unfit to lead the country, a step that would pave the way for the chairman of the upper chamber in the parliament, Abdelkader bin Saleh, to take over as interim president until elections are held. The army chief, widely seen as a key ally of President Abdelaziz Bouteflika, has in the past warned against instability as the anti-government rallies gained momentum. The protests continued even when Bouteflika made a few concessions, reshuffled the government, called for a national dialogue and vowed not to seek a fifth term. His offer was dismissed by key opposition leaders as a ploy by the establishment to take the steam out of the protests. Bouteflika ruled Algeria for 20 years, but in 2013 he suffered a stroke and ever since was rarely seen in public. Algerians have been calling for a national unity government that would lead the country for a transitional period, draft a new constitution and reinvigorate an economy in tatters.
If we follow the constitutions, then more or less the same people who are running the country at the moment will be running it for the foreseeable future, 45 days to 90 days, depending on the situation. Then elections are held without making major constitutional or legal arrangements. So the game will be played according to the rules that exist today, and this is what the people in Algeria have been calling for or against. Basically, they don't want the politics to continue under the same rules.
Rich in oil and natural gas, Algeria's economy has struggled as oil prices declined over the last few years. The government slashed social development programs to tackle recession, but unemployment soared and anger spread. Algeria has for decades used its political and financial influence to shape policies in the African continent and the Arab world. But today, the country faces huge challenges as it distances itself from Bouteflika's legacy. And what happens next will be closely watched by Algeria's neighbours, and particularly the Arab League, which is holding its annual meeting here in Tunisia. Hashem Ahelbarra, Al Jazeera, Tunis.